CYBORG, what it look like, man? We back. Hey, yo, sometimes it beats like that, man. Fight between Oshaki, Foster, and Robson Conceicao, man. They finally got around to the rematch. Anybody watch the first fight, man, you might have some conflicting feelings about it depending on what side you were on, man. But I watched the fight a couple of times, man, just to make sure. And consensus, you know, my self-made consensus is that Foster got robbed in that first fight, man. He definitely did more than enough to make it clear to the judges that that was his fight to be taken, man. And, you know, the judges being the judges like they are sometimes, man, they're really, you know, like Peter Griffin says, man, kind of grinds my gears, you know what I mean? Like they gave this man's title away, basically, man. They just basically gave it up to Robson. But the fighters came back this time for the rematch, man. And it was a beautiful fight, man. I think it was a lot more competitive and a lot more firework filled than the original fight. So, which, as you know, it's like really hard to top, man. That original energy that two fighters bring into the mix when they first meet up, man. Especially when one of them is a title holder, you know what I mean? Usually a guy in Foster's position will come out with guns blazing because you got to protect and defend that title, you know what I mean? And Conceicao definitely would arm up too, you know what I mean? Because it's his job to take the title. So usually you get the best, you know, the most explosive combustion on the first fight, you know what I mean? Because everybody is coming for something they think they deserve or want, and then the other guy is, you know, and if not, then they're on the other side of the fence where they're coming to protect what they've already earned, you know what I mean? So, anyway, the second fight was a lot better, man. I'm gonna say for sure, like, these guys really came in, fitness-wise, they were really at the height of what they could do, how much they can prepare for this fight, and, it was definitely a brawl, man, from top to bottom. I think Robson had a lot of the better looks throughout the course of the fight in terms of consistency. I think he could have actually won this fight legitimately had Oshaki not had so many explosive moments within the fight. You know what I mean? Because I think in terms of competitiveness, like, they were pretty even at times, with it kind of leaning in the direction of Robson. I think Robson was a little bit more diligent about of landing punches, you know what I mean? But the trouble for him was that Foster actually was landing shots that were more significant at times. So it was creating, you know, a lot more turbulence, you know, and the fight pattern of Robson, because you know, there are times where Foster would hit him and you'd see his legs almost like totally shut down, you know what I mean? Even though you didn't knock him down in those instances, like, his legs would literally buckle and wobble, man, like a guy that's hurt, you know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, man, when the judges got to it, man, and they ruled a split decision in favor of Foster, I would say that this fight itself, man, could have honestly been called a draw on a very conservative call, but it could have also gone the other way if you had a judge that was like more of a, you know, a judge that kind of favors, you know, activity and volume a little bit more, you know what I mean? Because I think Robson did exemplify a little bit more activeness in the way he was landing. It's just that his punches were not significant enough in any space to really create any drama or any flares. And that's something that Foster actually did bring to the table. So Foster, you know, while he didn't necessarily outwork Robson, he did, you know, produce some more dramatic moments. And I could see, like, the fans loving that a little bit more. I could see certain judges who were like more power centered and their focus and the things they look for when they're making a judgment or who's winning a fight. I could see some judges kind of tapering off into that direction. You know what I mean? But again, if you had a different type of judge that was like, hey man, those were some explosive punches and some nice hits and some nice landings, but it was just like few and far in between when you consider like the consistency that Robson was laying down throughout the course of the fight. So anyway, man, this one is a bittersweet one for Foster, because you know he gets his revenge, but I don't know if this could make the man whole, because he should have never lost that first fight, man. He should have never lost that first fight, because in reality he never lost a fight. So now he's got a defeat on his record that, and all like you know, logic, it shouldn't even be there, man. Like he didn't lose that first fight, and this fight here was close enough to, in my opinion, kind of go either way. But if you were going to favor a guy, I would definitely give Foster the favor. So all in all, he did win this fight, man. But he shouldn't have that extra loss on there, man. I think the judges just got it wrong the first time, and it is what it is, man. It's November, man. We got a lot of big ones coming up, man. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes open. Check y'all next time. Peace.